Hey there, everybody. Welcome back with the Plapper. Platypus is the name, and yes, I have been playing Final Fantasy Ever Crisis. I forgot what it was called for a second there. I haven't been doing videos on it because I just kind of wanted to play, and honestly, I've just been kind of busy. Life gets in the way. Looking to buy a house and blah, blah. You don't care about that shit. Let's actually talk about the game. So, what are we doing this video about today? My very first video. Well, they just dropped a new bada bing, bada boom featured banner. They currently have two up there. If you've been playing the game, you're already familiar with this one. But basically, they've dropped part 2. And it seems like they might add more. I'm actually not sure about how they're going to be doing it. But I figured we'd go over these two new weapons they just added. One for Aerith, one for Cloud, and including their equipment. So if you're at all familiar with how these playlists, or, you know, how they do their banners there, that'll help. They've got a stamp system where you get to choose what you want. After 6 stamps, you could choose one of the 2 weapons, and then you could choose one of the 2 equipment or armor. Then you go to the second page, and then you get a 5-star guarantee, and then you could choose the other armor. But you're not guaranteed to get both pieces of equipment all the way up until the 3rd page. But even then, you can get more than one of the same thing. One second here. Am I on the right one? Card progress. There we go. It looked like it was messing up for a second. But yeah, here we go. So you could start getting dupes if you don't want to get both. So you don't need to get one and then the other. Or, you know, you can get the Sunny Robe and then Cloud's weapon if that yada, 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 blah, blah. You guys kind of know how it works. One interesting thing about the stamp thing is you don't get one stamp. Usually you're more times than not going to get more than one stamp. So I will say I did get one stamp 2 times in a row, but I've gotten a lot of 2 stamps, and I even got my very first 5 stamp earlier today, I think what it was. Anyway, let's actually jump in and talk about the weapons though. So we're going to come here. We are going to go to details. We are going to go into where's it at? Special rewards. Here we go. So as far as we're going to go over the gear first because they're much more simple. So the gear, Maritime Sailor for Cloud. Obviously, it looks honest. I think this is kind of cool because this looks a lot like Sora for some reason. This looks like something Sora would wear, right? Just big and goofy. So I actually think it's kind of a cool outfit. Boost HP is good. And as a secondary, you've got the water ability damage 20%. Very good as well. This is very similar to his you know, the lightning one that he came with at the launch of the game. This is basically the exact same thing as what he got in the very first one, him and Barrett, that just went off. But instead of lightning, this is all water based. So now we're going to come take a look at his weapon here that goes along with this. 400% physical water damage to a single enemy. Almost exactly the same, right? But it's lightning, or instead of lightning, it's water. So very cool looking sword, right? It's a big anchor. Kind of looks like a keyblade, maybe if you squint. Boost physical attack, incredibly good. Like, if you're gonna use this kind of weapon on Cloud, you definitely want boost physical attack, right? And then the boost water potency, this one is also very good. This increases damage, this increases damage. It already does a high base damage, and then the equipment, the gear, also does a lot of damage. So this is likely gonna be, this is like, if I had to give this like a tier rating, it's like an A+ S tier weapon for Cloud. I mean, even here, it has the physical boost 20%, physical boost 20%, and a sigil boost. So, I am personally not interested in this weapon, but it's incredibly good. But I'm not building Cloud that much, and I know almost everyone is, and I will eventually. But my main damage dealer is actually Barrett right now, and I already have sigil boost and a lot of these things. Although, I think this weapon is better than Barrett's in a lot of ways. I think this weapon is absolutely super, super good and worth pulling, but they're coming out with a lot of stuff, so I don't know if you need this, but this might be a weapon where if you missed the lightning one in the beginning of the game, this could be one that's totally worth going to, so you have a really good weapon for Cloud. Like, if you're just starting right now, this could be a great weapon to get. And now Aerith. Aerith, I think, is the more interesting kit here. Obviously, cool outfit, I guess. I don't know. Is there something written on her belly? No, that's the strings. Got it. So boost HP and boost magic attack. So this is, most people I think are running Aerith as like a healer, right? Because that's what she kind of like is built as in Final Fantasy VII. I feel like she has some good weapons for it. I just feel like it's an archetype that people automatically kind of assign to her, but you don't have to. You could build her a magic attack route. There's even a good physical attack weapon that you could do, the like full metal staff. But it's definitely not like her forte, but you just can do that. But so this is going to be if you're going into more having an offensive Aerith. Magic attack plus 10 points is good. The HP is good as well. Like, things just start hitting really hard, and honestly, just having the HP levels, it helps keep you alive. I did just drop my keys, and now they are back. But now her umbrella thing. This thing is actually really, really cool. Night Bloom. Deal 340% magical, non-elemental damage. So the potency isn't insane, but it's good. But there's a lot more going on. It does have a crit rate, which is pretty good too. But it's not like based. This is not specifically your nuke, your big damage, but it kind of is. It lowers physical defense. Wah wah. I'm like, that kind of sucks. She's a magic dealer dealing magic attack, lowers physical defense. But this is what's important. After this, well, so potency low, you could apply the effect to get up to a maximum potency of mid, and you'll extend the duration by 6 seconds. But also magic defense is decreased by the same amount. So it lowers both physical and magical defense. Now, this is on a single target, which is bad. But the fact that there's most of the bosses right now are single targets. There's not as many bosses that are multiple things. So this is really good. You could lower their magic and physical defense. So especially for like co-op where you don't know who you're going to go up with if you're randoming into co-op, this is a great, you could be a damage dealer and a support all in one with this ability. So you're dealing good damage, you're supporting, and then you could even switch and then heal, right? Like if you have your secondary weapon as a fairy tale, something like that. You won't be as good of a healer if you're not going all into it, but you could be good enough, you know? And this is going to increase the damage of the whole team, but also even in single player, this is good, right? This means she pairs well with everybody. She's going to make your cloud deal more damage. She's going to make herself deal more damage. And she's going to make the other magic dealers deal more damage. So I actually think this is a really, really, really cool weapon. I like it a lot. It does come with the boost magic ability potency. This is the one that increases the potency. If your red bar, I think, is maxed out, the command gauge is full, it increases it like 1% instead of being the normal 50 or 65, whatever. It adds an extra % on top of that. So that's pretty good. It's only for magic abilities, but I do believe this affects the whole team. So she is still going to be better in magic focused teams, but because the way Night Bloom works, where it also lowers physical defense, she's definitely not limited to that. Now, as far as her materia here, the attack boost is fine. Like, you probably would rather have another M attack boost. Like, I would have loved to see M attack boost, and some sort of sigil here as well. Or anything that helps you break something else. Like, because she's not going to be using almost any physical attack, right? Like, at all. If this was a heal boost, this would be, like, a perfect weapon, in my opinion. Like, heal boost, magic attack, or heal boost, magic attack, sigil, something like that. But it's still good, right? It's obviously her focused on being a black mage type character. But what I really like is that, yeah, it's a weapon focused on her being a black mage, but it also pairs super well as a support thing, because it does good damage, right? It only does 60% less than what Cloud is doing. But it also adds so much versatility. So you just apply this 3-4 times, you know, you just kind of keep doing this. And then when you actually, now that the potency is sticking for a while, then you'll switch to maybe a higher. You're either going to have heal as a secondary skill, or you're going to have some sort of even bigger nuke attack. So I think it's an incredibly good weapon. As far as its stats, right, it's got, let's say C ability maxed here. Let's just put this at max, right? It goes up to 530 magic attack with 420 physical. I'm kind of interested here with this one. So yeah, it just does a lot. The fact that this has so much magic attack is kind of interesting. And that this has so much physical is kind of interesting. I guess it's so you're not like, you could still use other abilities if this is like your only weapon. Well, 231 healing. What is this actually? 208 healing. Interesting. So overall, I think these weapons are really good and absolutely worth pulling. Like, I think that they're adding, I think this weapon adds an interesting way to play Aerith. The weapon for Cloud, I think, is good, but it's kind of like something we already have, right? It's just like, do you want water or do you want lightning? There'll be some fights this is better, but I don't think I would go all in on something like this. I would definitely consider going for the Aerith stuff, though, especially if you already have someone that is like a dedicated healer and you want this to be part of, like, if you're going like a mono magic team, you have a dedicated magic DPS, you have a support magic like her, where maybe she has barrier and she has, you know, the ability to raise everyone's defense and debuff the enemy, and then your third person is like a backup damage dealer / healer. So I think that could be a really, really good team, and I think Aerith could do that pretty much better than anyone else, or just as good as anyone else anyway. It's actually one that I said I wasn't interested in it, and I didn't think I was going to pull, but I think I am going to pull for think I am going to pull. I'm going to do one multi. I don't think I'm going to keep going past this. Yeah. Yeah, I want that one. All right, so. And then we'll do that one there. I'm going to do one multi for the video. I don't want to spend any more of my gems, but I'm addicted to the gacha. Let's actually update our wish list really quick here. So for the wish list, make sure don't just like click whatever, right? Before you do your polls, go ahead and actually take some time and do this right. Now, I am trying to get 2 specific weapons kind of maxed out here on Barrett, because he's like my main co-op guy. I'm trying to get to push him. And I'm not really using Cloud, but I am using Tifa. Tifa is my main healer, but I don't. The thing is, I may switch her off of being my main healer, because you can't keep pulling her. Her healing thing is from the special banner, and it's not in the general pool, so I feel like it could definitely fall off, no doubt. And for Zac, I don't really care too much about, honestly. So I think I am going to go for more Aerith Fairy Tale, see if I can keep maxing that out. Other things that I'm interested in, I want the regen for Red 13. I don't remember which one it is though. So let's go here. I just want to have Red 13 because I think he's a cool character. Is it literally the one that I didn't click? It's not that. Is it this one? I don't know which one it is. I can't find it, bro. Oh, maybe is it his new special one? Why can't I find it? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Duh. That might have even been the first one I clicked, the platinum color, I think. And then we're going to go back. I actually do want that one for Aerith, but because I replaced this one by mistake, let's do that. So that's going to be my wish list. These are all weapons that I really want. And then we are going to do one multi for this video. And then I'm just going to try to save as much as I can. Not that much left. So I did get the 2, which is cool. I mean, I think you're with like 30%, right? And it's really not a big deal. The stamps don't mean anything until you get to the pity, right? But let's see what we get. Let's see if we get lucky, you know? I should have been saving more of my multis. I've done quite a few pulls because I needed a healer. All right, normal outfit, not a good start. Let's see if this guy comes down. The 3 tells I know are his outfit, how this guy explodes, and then how Cloud counters. So bad into bad. Does he bounce it off? Nope, into bad. Okay. So you can pretty much tell by this right here that we get, I think we get nothing. I think not even, like a purple maybe. Yeah. So that's a pretty bad pull. But at least you kind of get a full tell going in, right? And we could still pull that weapon. It just won't be like a really high version, right? Like, oh, here, look at, we did get a copy of it, right? But it just Runeterra burst until you get it max leveled up. But even by getting this one copy, if you want to go all in and you need to get this weapon, in your opinion, or whatever, another weapon like this, right, you can now go and enhance it, and you could use all of your pity currency on this. Like, I wouldn't recommend doing this, but you can upgrade the rarity, right? You can, by using Aerith specific weapon parts, you can get up to level 4 and then level 5 for like 500 or 210, I think, right? So 210 of these will get you this from 3-star to 5-star, and then you will have it. And then you could level it up from there, but it's going to be hard to get the parts. But just kind of like a quick aside, I suppose. But yeah, there it is. There's the new banner. Pretty cool. They're coming out with them, I think, a little bit too fast, but I think it's mostly like a second part of this one, right? It's obviously a continuation of the beach fun thing. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Much love. Per platypus is per platypus. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know. I'm still playing Octopath Traveler COTC. Obviously not as much. I'm trying to play Honkai Star Rail. It's just a lot to play because these are all good games. And it's hard to find the time to play as many good games as there are right now. I'm also playing Magic. I'm also trying to play Starfield. I'm also trying to play Baldur's Gate 3. It's just like, oh my God. But I'm having a good time. Hope you guys are having a good time. See you next time.